What's good, YouTube? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to play Seer in arenas. Now, in this video, I'm going to be giving out tips and tricks and also or at least more of a advice on how to play Seer in arenas. So, with the first tip that I have is use Seer like Bloodhound and Crypto, right? He's a recon character, so he's in the category to where he's going to give his team information, right? And you're going to give your team information by his abilities. For arenas, you're mainly going to give information by his tactical and his ultimate. And the reason is his passive doesn't really do much in arenas because you mainly already know where enemies are or where they're generally located at with in arenas. So because his passive is mainly for the BR, looking for rats or anything, but in arenas his tactical and ultimate are great for just communicating with the team. And use his tactical to communicate with your team by when to push, right? So when you and your team are ready to push, it's really good to use your tactical to spot the enemies, and this will have them located or highlighted for 8 seconds. Now these 8 seconds will track the enemies like Bloodhound and Crypto mixed together, right? Bloodhound ability, his scan will track you for 3-4 seconds, while Seer's ability will track you for 8 seconds. So just know that this is really good with Seer, and this will help you and your team know when to push, where to push, and just Now the second advice or second tip that I would have when playing Seer in arenas is use the grenades, right? Any type of frag grenades, thermites, arc stars. The reason this is because you want to combo this with your right? Your tactical or your ultimate will help you spotlight the enemies. So with this, you can always flush enemies out or push them to somewhere where they don't want to be by throwing nades at them. So this means they would have to move out of cover, and with this you could definitely track your enemies once they're moving. So always carry the nades, and this will help you guys to focus on the enemy and see where they're going. So always grab grenades. In arenas, I'm always going to say I would usually recommend grabbing 2 to 3 nades, but of course this is dependent on your loadout and your heals and how you guys plan your inventory. But at least grab 2 grenades, so this will help you out a lot, especially pairing this up with his tactic. Now the third advice or tip that I could give you when using Seer in arenas is using his tactical and understanding that it cancels his abilities, or not his abilities, but it cancels the enemy's abilities, also their revives, right? So for instance, if you see a Valk or a Pathfinder or even a Gibraltar using their abilities, now it won't cancel Gibraltar's bubble, but it will cancel his bubble or his gun shield for a second. So using his abilities, Seer's abilities to cancel other enemies' abilities is kind of like a revenant in a sense, but it's only canceled for a quick sec. After that, the enemies can't use their abilities again. So just know that they can use their abilities again. But using Seer's ability, his tactical will allow you to throw enemies off when they're using their abilities. So just know that and just use it as much as you can and make sure you hit the enemies with it. Now you also cancel revives. So when canceling revives, it helps out a lot because it will, let's say enemies are mid revive, they're really close to hitting the revive. As soon as you know that, throw your ability at them and then it cancels it, and this will throw the enemies off real quick. You want to use this for information and also just to throw your enemies off, right? Get them confused and also give yourself as much information as you can. So just know that. And also Seer's ability is really good to where it also cancels heal. Canceling heals, if you know that you crack an enemy, right, and they're about to pop a battery, something that I do is I'll let them pop the battery for about 2 to 3 seconds because the battery takes 5 seconds. So after 2-3 seconds, I'll use Seer's ability to cancel their battery, and this will allow me to throw the enemies off by now the enemies will be thrown off by this because they've wasted 3 seconds trying to pop a bat, but you cancel it, and this allows you to push. And also when they're highlighted, it shows their health, so you'll know that they didn't get it off, and also they're very low. So it's very good to do this. Now, the fourth advice that I have for Seer is his ult. Now, you need to understand that his ultimate comes back every other round, right? This is similar to like Bloodhound and similar to like other top legends in the arena like Octane and his jump pad, Pathfinder and his zipline, right? So once you buy his ability, you could save it for the next round, right? You don't have, once you use his ability one round, you have to wait another round, right? You can't go into next round and get it. You have to wait a second round to get it. So just know that, and it's not really bad, so very good, right? Compared to other legends like Gibraltar, his ultimate, once you use it, you have to wait 2 rounds compared to Seer where you have to wait only 1 round. So his ultimate is really good. Like I said, it gives you information, helps you and your team push off it, right? You guys could easily communicate. It's literally like a crypto drone, and to be honest, it's very hard to destroy, right? In arenas or even in like the regular battle royale, I've only had one person shoot down my ultimate for Seer, right? Because it's hard to identify. So, and I think it takes like 150 damage. So in my opinion, it's better than a crypto drone, and it works just like a crypto drone and like a Bloodhound can all at the same time, right? It gives you information. It tracks their footsteps when they're running or moving. So just know that. And like I said, pair this up with Grenade and his ultimate, and you guys should get an easy win that round, right? Also pair it up with other ultimates when you're playing with Seer, like an Horizon ultimate, Gibraltar ultimate, Caustic ultimate, right? But yeah, when you have the chance to get Seer's ultimate, I think you should get it, because like I said, it's a game changer. It's gonna help you and your team that round. You guys should secure that win that round. So yeah. Now another tip that I have, the last tip that I have with Seer is the type of guns you want to use. Now his ultimate costs 500, right? And his tactical ability costs an extra 100 to get. So with Seer, I feel like you have to manage your inventory, right? Which guns you want to use, with how many heals or like batteries, grenades, right? So in my opinion, I feel like the Prowler is the best gun to use with Seer, because in the start, if you take a regular Prowler in the first round, you could take a extra tactical of Seer, right? Like I said, this is going to help out a lot. And yeah, so take a Prowler in the beginning of the round. You have, which costs 450, which means you have 100 left, and then use that 100 to get his tactical. This helps you and your team. Now you have 2 of his tacticals, and you have a dominant gun in the game right now. So take advantage of taking a Prowler in the beginning of the round with Seer. I think it pairs up very well with him. You want to use a close range weapon with Seer, because once you have that information on enemies, you want to be able to push up and take advantage of your ability and fight them up close, because you know what they're going to do. You could definitely pre-aim the corners. You could shoot before they even pop up, because you know they're going to go that way. So a Prowler is definitely one of the best guns in the beginning rounds, and also in the later rounds too. But yeah, that's another tip I have with Seer in arenas. And all in all, I think Seer, he's a very good legend in arenas. I had a top 5 video. I think it was my previous video, and I had Bloodhound at number 4. I think Seer kind of replaces Bloodhound, right? Whether it's in arenas or BR. I think that he's just more helpful to a team as like a support type of legend. I think Bloodhound's still very good. I mean, Bloodhound's still very good. Nothing got changed with him. But when it comes to a team aspect game, like a 3v3 arenas and how you can help your teammates the best that you can, Seer is definitely that type of legend. So yeah, go ahead and use Seer in arenas. Understand his abilities. Like I said, I recommend using the Prowler with Seer. If you don't like the Prowler, I would recommend other guns like L-Star, the Prowler, and then later rounds like guns like the R301, G7, or even the Rampage. Right, that gun's really OP right now. But yeah, in this video you've seen clips and gameplay footage of me using Seer. So let me know what you think about Seer, and Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.